The meeting that ended my boss's career was supposed to end mine. I wasn't supposed to be in that room, and I definitely wasn't supposed to have the recording. But sometimes the smartest move you can make at work is simply letting people talk. 3 years ago, I was a senior analyst at a mid-sized tech company. Not a flashy role, but I handled something extremely sensitive: executive reporting. Every number that went to the board passed through my hands first, which meant I saw things other people didn't. At first, it looked like small adjustments: revenue numbers shifting slightly between reports, expenses appearing in one department, then disappearing in another. Tiny changes, the kind nobody notices, unless you're the person building the reports. The adjustments always came from one place: my boss, the VP of Finance. At first, I assumed it was normal executive corrections, but then one quarter, something strange happened. The numbers I submitted to him came back higher, much higher. Revenue had somehow increased by almost 12% without any new sales. That's when I realized something wasn't right. So I did the professional thing. I asked him, calmly, privately. I told him the numbers didn't match the underlying data. He leaned back in his chair, smiled, and said, "Sometimes reports need interpretation." Then he told me something I'll never forget. "Just send the version I approved." That was the moment I knew two things. First, the numbers were being manipulated. Second, he assumed I would stay quiet. 2 weeks later, he scheduled a meeting. Me, him, and 2 executives from corporate. The invitation title said, "Performance Discussion." That's corporate language for one thing: someone is about to get blamed. When I walked into the room, I noticed something interesting. The meeting was already being recorded. Company policy. But what they didn't realize was that I had already saved copies of every report version, every email, every changelog, and I knew exactly what they were about to try. My boss started talking first. He told the executives that I had made errors in the financial reports, that my numbers didn't match the executive summary, that the inconsistencies had raised concerns. Then he said something bold. He claimed I had refused to correct the reports. That was the moment I knew the trap had closed, just not the way he expected. One of the executives turned to me and asked, "Do you have anything to say?" I slid a folder across the table. Inside were printed audit logs, timestamps, original reports, and the edited versions, approved by him. Then I said one sentence: "The system records every change made to these reports." The room went quiet. One of the executives opened his laptop, pulled up the internal logs, and within about 30 seconds, the entire room understood what had happened. Every change to the numbers, every override, every approval, all tied to one account: my boss's. He stopped talking after that. The meeting ended quickly. HR got involved. Corporate audit took over. And a few weeks later, my boss was gone. No announcement, no explanation, just an empty office. About a month later, I was called into another meeting, this time with the CFO. He said something interesting. "You didn't expose him. You documented the truth and let the system do it." Then he offered me something I didn't expect, the role my boss used to have. I didn't win because I fought. I won because I documented everything. And in corporate environments, the quietest evidence is usually